Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the weekend. I hope you've been doing well. This for me, yesterday was pretty good. I actually went out and did some grocery shopping. I've seen on social media, I was wondering, should I do pasta salad? That's what I like to do, right? Every time I go out grocery shopping, it's like, okay, is there a major meal I want to make? And I think this month it's pasta salad, right? The month before that was mac and cheese bake. Or, no, I think it was tacos, right? The month before that was mac and cheese. And this month is going to be pasta salad, because, oh, summer's coming. I want to start off with that picnic vibe. I got hot dogs as well. So I'm going to have myself a sort of pseudo picnic week, right? It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Look at those cute floofs. Also, good evening. Hey, good evening to you, molecular Shadow Fox. It is good to see you as always. How are you? Yeah, you are seeing floofs. The original plan was to see like cool robots in space and deck building, but like 5 minutes before the original stream time, I went to go start the Battle Suit Aces demo, and it was like error license not found. I was like, oh no, did I wait too long? I looked around some places, and apparently, yeah, I did wait too long. It was pretty much a time-limited demo that was only available during the Steam Ludo Naricon that happened like a few weeks ago. I guess that's on me for assuming that having a demo downloaded would just mean I would be able to access it, right? Especially since this is not a demo that would be online dependent, like as far as I can tell, it's a single player demo, but yeah, there's several reasons why they might want a demo only up for like several days, right? I get it. They want to change up the game. They don't want to have that demo there be a relic of the past if they decide to mix things up, but I was looking forward to playing it. It looked interesting, but I guess I'll have to wait, right? Either for the full release or for them to put out another demo in the future, maybe, but that's why we pivoted, right? And that's why we're here playing a Gunfire Reborn, because I happen to have it on the mind. Also, they started a new season recently. Right, I scrambled to finish the previous season, managed to get it done like right under the deadline, and now they're on to season 5, and I wanted to give that a look. I would plan on streaming this in the future. Right, I was gonna do this anyway, so we're just moving the schedule up, right? Pretty good, thanks. Just got done eating. Ooh, what'd you have for dinner? You see a bot tried to get inside chat twice. Oh, right, yeah, that. What the heck was that? I don't know. You can't come in there and say that stuff and expect to get away with it. Yeah, I don't know, just like, felt like just, you know, they were kicking the hornet's nest, and it looked like they weren't really here to be here, right? They weren't here to enjoy some vibes and some roguelike gameplay, so gave them the boot, right? See ya. But yeah, why don't we get in here? Why don't we give season 5 a go? Start a new adventure. Oxtail soup with some bread to dunk in, finished off with a berry blast ice lolly with ice cream in the middle. Ooh, that all sounds fantastic. A bit of hot and cold, I like it. A little savory and sweet as well. Okay, so the current season we're doing right now is called Arcane Talisman, and the whole deal with it. Let's see if I can find it here. Yeah, so the way it works is you got talismans, right? For the way things look, it's kind of like a programming kind of deal, right? Like you have these talismans that they'll give you like buffs and stuff, but the real meat is in the conditions and the power gems. So the way it works is that you'll have these conditions you need to assign to a thing, right? So maybe you have a condition that's like shoot this many times, or reload, or ready your weapon or hero skill, or use your secondary skill a certain number of times. And then you have these things called power gems, and they are like the things that happen if you meet a condition. So maybe you'll get a buff, like say a boost to your skill damage, or an increase to your crit multiplier for a limited time, or maybe you'll be able to fire extra projectiles for a little bit. Or there's some other ones here, right? There's some other ones, like you might get some secondary skill uses back, or you might get some health back. It feels like a programming game, right? You just have like a whole series of if-then statements. You have if you use primary skill, then convert your damage to fire, or something like that, right? It's pretty interesting. It seems pretty interesting so far. So I went and set up a talisman here, right? It's nothing too special, right? Common talisman, not special at all, but if I use my primary skill, then I can release a meteor and make my next primary skill / secondary skill / weapon more powerful. So after saying all that, why don't we get in here? Just gonna select some modifiers. Okay. And let's begin. Let's go. All right. Oh. Wow, the way they just give this to right away. This is like my favorite of, this kind of spiritual buffs there. Just makes Iron Wing an absolute tank. Okay. With the knives, I like knives. It's like really good with knives. Also, you seem to want me to come in here. Okay. Now, I can inlay conditions and power gems on the talisman. Talisman and power gem effects will only be triggered when all condition slots are filled and all conditions are satisfied. Okay, so it's like if, and if, and if, and if, then this. They start you with like a default set, so you'll at least be able to experience some of the season, right? Also, I don't know if we went over this, but they changed how the season works. It used to be that, you would like complete tasks and you would level up your pass directly by your season level directly by completing tasks, but now it's like more of an experience bar. So completing a task will get you a certain amount of experience, and completing runs will also give you a certain amount of experience. It's still really not that bad, right? Sure, there might be some things that require a lot of work, but if you're just interested in getting all the exclusive rewards from the season, then you're good. So it really doesn't take that long, and you don't have to go out of your way to do a lot, right? Like, you'll get there eventually if you can concentrate on the tasks, or you could just do runs. And even then, it still applies that if you miss out on previous season's rewards, you can just buy it. Right? They have a season store where you can use some currency to pick up the old stuff, and that you'll be good that way. The only bummer thing about that is that usually the cosmetics will say what source they're from, so as long as the season is current, you'll have the cosmetics that say you acquired this at season 4, for example, or currently season 5. But once the switchover happens, it's like all your previous cosmetics, no matter where you got them from, they'll say you got them from the season store, even if you didn't. I understand they do that because, well, future players will be getting them from the season store, but it can be a bit of a bummer if you worked your butt off to get them during the season, and now they say otherwise. Kind of weird. Not a deal breaker, but it's odd to note. Really, the only thing that I think is missable is like starting with season 4, I think the little icon frame that you can get. Well, you can have show the season level, right? The highest level you managed to attain during that season. So, you know, if you get it later, I have to assume that you won't be able to show the season level, or it'll show like 1 or 0 or something, but it's fine. Again, it's extremely minor thing. You'll be able to get everything else regardless. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Just noticed on the bottom left they have like a UI element to show you the current state of your talisman. So it looks like just need one more activation of the primary skill, and then I can enjoy some temporary buffs. Like that. Wow. Alright. I think it's pretty neat. Like, the seasons don't make a drastic change usually to how you approach a thing, but it does mix it up a bit. It does have you focusing on different things. Like, this season is about talismans and power gems and conditions, and the season before that was kind of really amped up the power of the star links, and that's the thing where you like get sets of scrolls for certain bonuses. And they had NPCs related on that around that too, so you'd be able to trade in scrolls to like the season exclusive NPC to just like make progress towards completing a set. Where you'd have like you need fewer scrolls to get the effects, and they also had like new links that had big major effects too, which was pretty cool. And then the season before that was kind of like Pokemon, right? I think they called it like Demon Subjugation, where occasionally they would have like a extra powerful enemy show up, and you'd be able to capture them in a way, right? And then you'd be able to have like one of your captured enemies out at a time helping you out. So for that season, it was almost like everyone was able to play as Nona. Granted, they had like a variety of enemies with different roles and effects and abilities and stuff, so could switch things up depending on the character, but it was pretty cool. Oh. See, this is why I like Nona. Have Iron Wing just have my back. Right. If I'm going solo, I at least know that Iron Wing's got my back. Alright. Piercing bullet. This one might be good, actually. Since the robot drop is like pretty nuts, so right? Just throw some knives out there, get everyone tagged, and then call an Iron Wing to just completely annihilate them. check out that vault. Looks like it's just a fight. Might be a random question, but was there did anyone else was everyone else ever in a situation where you realized you had like maybe a few hours left to complete a thing, so you race to complete it and you managed to get it done in like right under the deadline? I feel like that might have happened with me a lot, especially during school assignments. I was one of those people who would just procrastinate a lot until the last minute, and then I would scramble to try to finish the thing and submit it, and most of the time I usually get it with like minutes to spare. Will I be partaking in the new Doom? I've heard good things about it. Seems like people are enjoying it. Maybe a bit too cutscene heavy for some people's taste, but otherwise the gameplay's pretty good. But I kind of want to wait because next year is going to be the 10th anniversary of Doom 2016. I'm gonna play that then, and then that would be a good excuse for me to it would be a good excuse for me to play through the rest of the series, right? Start with 2016, and I can move on to Eternal, and then play Dark Ages. Well, I've heard Dark Ages was like a prequel anyway, right? It's supposed to be like a prequel to 2016, so... Well, we'll see how things go, right? I could still play Doom 2016 next year and play Dark Ages this year. One thing that seems to be big about Dark Ages is that it's not very hyper-specific like Eternal is, right? Like the big thing about Eternal is that, you know, enemies were very weak to certain weapons and abilities and, like, firing modes, so you pretty much had to be aware of your entire arsenal and be able to kind of realize what you need to do on the fly. And Dark Ages isn't quite as reliant on that, so you don't have to worry about switching to your, you know, your heavy machine gun sniper mode to shoot off a turret from an enemy, and you don't need to go chuck grenades into cacodemons to incapacitate them and things like that, you know. And parrying looks like it's pretty fun too, right? Just go up to the green projectiles and deflect them, and then take them out that way. Ah, the Talisman Peddler. Okay, you're the special NPC for this season. Secondary skill capacity +2. Looks like it comes pre-attached with a consume 1 secondary skill use and cast them to random enemies in front. Well, it's probably a good thing to have because I forget to do that, so you can pick that up. Every project in high school, absolutely. Temporary level. That doesn't seem quite as good as you would hope, right? Sure, it's like a damage boost, but depending on like how leveled the gun or your weapon is, that could be a substantial boost to like a very, very tiny percentage boost. Restore Spirit. Well, if I'm gonna consume secondary skill uses, might be a good idea to pick this up as well. Shadow Fade. Is that like a stealth state? You're like in stealth mode? Is that what that is? Crystal Shield. Each stack will block damage once. Maybe I should get this. That plus we had to fill in a homework diary each day. Whoa. Okay. I never had to do that personally, but man. I guess that's another way to keep folks honest, I suppose, so that you're not so that you're actually like trying to pace yourself or something, I suppose. Still weird, but okay. Maybe I should do defeat enemies instead. Nah. Defeating probably doesn't make much sense. Yeah, we can stick with primary skill, right? Skill, restore spirit, and crystal shield. Anything that helps me negate damage seems like it'd be a good idea. Okay. Let's just keep making Iron Wing better. Ooh, Training Master, what you got for me? Yeah, let's do it. Elemental damage boost. Training Master's like a fun risk-reward kind of deal. You get a buff and then you have to complete a task, and if you pull it off, you'll be able to just keep the buff, but otherwise, you'll also be saddled with a debuff that you're just going to have to manage for the rest of the run. In this case, I gotta cause an elemental effect enough times before 5 scenes are completed. Depending on who you have, that's usually not too hard to pull off. It's like the ones that you can like fail in the middle of the task that are a lot more harrowing, right? There are some where they might go, okay, you can't get hit more than 5 times while your primary skill is on cooldown. So there's like 2 ways you can approach that, right? You can either stop using your primary skill so that you can get yourself a guaranteed completion, but you know, you'll be without your primary skill, which could be a handicap in a different way. Or you just gotta be extra careful with dodging attacks, but there's always the risk of the failure state there. And if only they give me like the elemental ascension. This hallway in the first area is always harrowing because it's extra long, so you had to be in like an extended firefight to clear things out. Of course, more enemies drop in too, so that's like just a lot more things coming after you that you have to manage, so taking cover or just like bursting them all down is a lot more vital here. Oh man, is there a scroll I'm willing to give up? Energy sandals, right? Fine with letting this go. Okay, can work with that. Into the vault, into the bonus stage. Oh good, it's just the boulders one. Is my favorite. Because I know the deal now. Imagine anyone who comes here for the first time is like, aw, geez, but now it's like, hey, free scrolls, awesome. And even if I do get hit, well, I'll get it back anyway. Oh Big deal. Ooh! Yes! Give me the penetration. I mean shield armor penetration, alright. Oh, okay, we're fighting the golem. Straight out of Tomb Raider, right? Just all these traps everywhere. Yeah, I get why people associate, like, ruins with traps, right? It's like there's a treasure in there, and the builders wanted to make sure that it stays where it is, so putting a lot of things to deter people, but some people are like, I'll take that as a challenge. Makes for exciting video game levels, at least, right? Get some justification for why there are just obstacles everywhere, because they built it to be like that. And, you know, just being like an old, ancient structure, sure. You have some things that just function in ways that we do not know, right? Like, yeah, sure, a giant rock golem, yes, absolutely. Roll with it, right? Man. 'Cause reasons, right? And sometimes it's perfectly fine to just go because shut up. Forget what was the rule that was basically just like, yeah, don't try to get bogged down in the details too much, just enjoy the ride, right? Like, sure, maybe it doesn't make sense if you go really into the weeds and dissect it, but if it's cool or fun, try not to worry about it too much, you know? I mean, I know that can be fun too, right? As long as you don't take it seriously, right? You just a little kind of just wondering how you might be able to work things out, right? Like, general talisman pack. Select any talisman. Oh, like that. Okay. Place your main weapon to a special mag, which can only reload 4 ammo. Final damage by 40% if breaking the Shadow Fade state. Okay, I had to assume Shadow Fade is like a stealth mode. 1.5 seconds talisman cooldown for each power gem inlaid. Oh, it's a loop, so it just happens. Okay. See, I already got a secondary skill. I already got that one. 30% move speed, damage resistance when you are charging your weapon or skill. I'd assume that means when it's on cooldown. I think I'll just stick with the Spirit Talisman. But, you know, maybe... I already bought it, so... Oh, wait. 3 talismans of the same quality will be automatically fused into a higher quality talisman. Oh. Oh, okay. It's got a dupe system. Alright, alright. I should have paid attention to that. I could have gotten the Spirit Talisman. I got myself a stronger Spirit Talisman. Whoops. It's another reason why I like playing as Nona. She covers my butt. If I mess up, then, well, she's, Iron Wing is so powerful that he can work around that. Alright, I'm gonna swap that crystal shield with meteor. Why not? We're already going with, oh, we're just gonna launch missiles everywhere. Why not just like launch more missiles? Also, I should probably pick ascensions that strengthen Nona's missiles if we're gonna go with the missile build. Maybe not worry about improving my knives too much. skip this selection. Definitely go for that. I'll skip this one. Immunity is slows, but slowing enemies really helps me out. I don't like any of these, actually. Alright. When I get this, 50% total damage, mecha drop, damage of the next 3 pistol shots after using mecha drop will be stored and dealt in the next mecha drop. Minus 5 seconds cooldown of it for every enemy hit by pistol. Yeah, I would get that as well. Let's just get all the Nona exclusive ascension or spiritual blessings. I find it somewhat amusing that the knives in this game are classified as pistols. I get why they do it, it's just like there for mechanical reasons, but it does make me wonder what the reason was for just like not making a separate throwing weapons category and perhaps revising certain skills to go, okay, if using pistol or throwing weapon. Because they're not adverse to adding new weapon types. They added one not too long ago, actually. Staves are a separate category now. And they've been adding weapons to that. I think there were other weapon categories also added post-launch. I believe melee weapons was also a category they added post-launch. But hey, things can always change, right? Maybe some later season they'll have a justification for making a separate throwing weapons category and they can reassign things there as needed. It'll probably be awkward, especially if they want to keep the functionality while keeping everything else constant, right? Man. We'll go with the skill damage. This one is just a simple, complete 4 scenes. Do I have a favorite bladed weapon in a game? Good question. I don't know if I could tell you off the top of my head. What would your favorite bladed weapon be? I'm thinking. I guess what I can think of, it's like briefly, is, and it's not like weapon specific either, so this might feel maybe like not the best answer, but I kind of like the swords that have like let you shoot like sword beams, right? You just like slice the air, and then you see like a cutter beam just like come out from it. I kind of enjoy that. I always enjoyed that kind of sword, right? I guess that would be more along the lines of an ability, but I guess I always liked the way that looked. Right? It's like you're cutting the air and it really hurts. High up is Valdo's Guitars. Oh, yeah. It's a pretty fun weapon. I guess along the lines of Soul Calibur weapons, Tira's is like pretty unique and interesting. This is just a bladed hula hoop. Completely fitting for a character like her. Suppose it'd probably be no surprise that I kind of dig katanas as well. They look cool. I just think they're neat. I couldn't tell you a specific katana I like, but I just like that weapon type. I know there's like other types of Japanese swords as well, but katana is like the one I can think of off the top of my head. I was wondering what this was. I was like, oh right, this is a weapon skin, that's why it looks different. Yeah, why not? Let's improve Iron Wing there. I guess apart from katanas, I've always enjoyed just like a regular sword and shield style as well. I don't know, it's like the boring but practical option, right? It's like that mix of offense and defense. You can hit him with the sword, and if you need to defend yourself, throw up the shield. I guess we'll get Flame Shard. Siegfried's 7-branch blade and soul blade. The blue color on the blade looks cool. I like a good blue coloring. It's probably not surprising. I think Siegfried's crystal sword was kind of fun looking too. Look at that. A bonus room. Oh, I thought this was going to be like a platformer challenge, but no, it's a combat challenge. Most of them tend to be, but they do have like your occasional platform challenge here for you here. If you like Kunitsu's knife, she's so handy with that. Oh yeah, a knife fighting style is pretty cool too. I like it. Feels like the kind of weapon that lets you know, oh, this character is going to be very precise and exact. You know, they know exactly where to hit, so they only need a short blade for easier concealment. And then they will do you in before you even know what's going on. Although dual wielding can be fun in its own way too, right? Although that's just like for the cool factor, right? You see someone just like dual wielding weapons, and you're like, ah, they're really there to just pile on the hurt, right? They'll hit you with the one weapon and then hit you with the other weapon. Oh, this is the wild talisman. All right. I thought it was like another secondary skill talisman, but it's not. If we're talking swords, it has to be Sephiroth's Masamune. Oh yeah, the extra long sword he's got. I remember seeing a scene that actually like kind of made a riff on like the extra long sword. I think it was like a Fate themed scene where there was a character who had like a super long katana, but she was also short, and she tried to draw the katana from the sheath, and she just ended up spinning around in circles because she couldn't quite get the sword out, you know. It was amusing. I need to remember to use Iron Wing's skill more often. If I'm not like doing a training master task that requires me to not use the skill, then I should use it, right? There's always Kung Lao's hat. Oh yeah! Everyone likes a good deadly hat. Nice bladed headgear. Just the throwing weapon, right on hand if you need to hit someone. That was like a shtick of a Bond villain too, right? Like Oddjob, I believe. His whole deal's like he could throw his hat and it was like super deadly and stuff. Yeah, it was. Thought so. Oh, I thought there was an enemy up there. No, it was just me. What was that noise? I need to watch out for those snipers. Bowler hat. Yeah. Just chuck it and it was like really deadly and stuff. Such an English stereotype with the bowler hat and the umbrella. Yeah. Product of his time, really. Oh, I didn't realize there was a chest here. Okay. And this is all about weapons. My current weapons suck. I don't want to invest in them any more than I have to, because definitely gonna swap them out for something better when I get the opportunity. Yeah. I still remember the N64 GoldenEye, and people liked Oddjob for two reasons. One, he's short. Two, he also got his hat as a weapon that you could chuck at someone, and as you might expect, I believe it was a one-hit kill. Right, you just throw at them, and then if you managed to land a shot, they died, just like that. Boom. Rapid fire. What's you got here? Oh, obtain 2 copper. This will be increased to 20 during combat. Maybe not that. Secondary skills cost 0 uses, lasting for 1.5 seconds. Basically, you pop the talisman, and once it activates, you just throw a zillion missiles out there. If something didn't die by the missiles yet, they probably will very soon. That might be fun, actually. Get another one of these. When I think about it, do the gems also level up if we collect enough of them, or do we just get to use them multiple times? Is that the thing? Yeah. Not gonna pick up anything else. Just gonna move on. Next scene. Cornered. That's what happens when you get too eager, when you try to Leroy Jenkins the situation. I think I was reading somewhere that it's been 20 years since that video came out. 20 years since the world was graced with Leroy Jenkins. I still remember the first time I watched it. I was like at my friend's house, and he said, "Hey, check out this funny video I saw." Right? Because he was like big into WoW at the time, right? He was big into World of Warcraft, and I thought it was pretty amusing, even as someone who didn't play World of Warcraft, right? It's like, oh yeah, everyone's like trying to carefully plan things out, and this guy's just like, yeah, screw it, we're gonna get in there, and it ended up like wiping the whole raid. I think word came out later that the whole thing was staged, right? Leroy didn't actually just like impulsively run out there and screw things up. It was supposed to be like an advertisement for their guild. But hey, it works out, right? I think they did a pretty good job with it. Yeah. Good example of like comedy, you know? It was everywhere at the time. Yeah, it was. I mean, it got referenced, right? Like the WoW card game had a Leroy Jenkins card, even like drawn by the guys who do the Penny Arcade comic. And then they brought it into Hearthstone as well. On the subject of memes, the Capcom Fighting Collection 2 came out recently, and people have been enjoying that, although saw someone saying, oh yeah, better watch out because Justin Wong is playing that, and of course he's bodying people that he's matched up with, and I saw someone joking, quick, everyone learn how to full parry, it's the only way we'll be able to stop him. Like, I usually pay attention to Capcom games, especially if they do, like, the collections, but I'm especially paying attention to the collection, too, because they got the Power Stones. Power Stone 1 and Power Stone 2. From what I've seen, though, it looks like it's not like the PSP version of the Power Stones, which did, add new stuff. Like the characters from the other games, but hey, I'm just happy it's there, right? I'm just happy it's there. And of course, the other games are also very, very worth it, right? You got your Capcom vs. SNK, Project Justice, you know, things like that. So a lot of good stuff on there. It almost feels like Okay, we're running out of games to put into a collection, so here's some more of them. Well, I guess they have like some slight theming in that they were on the Dreamcast, I believe, because they were. So it's not just like all completely random. One meme that never seems to die is the boy kisser. Oh yeah. Also, props to Capcom for putting my fave dinosaur Hauser in it. Good on them. Okay, this shield man is trying to flank me. Saw what they were doing there. It was a good attempt. It was a good attempt. Excuse me. Oh. See, another reason why Iron Wing is the GOAT. They can draw fire while I go reposition myself. Get that. Little emergency escape function. It's basically what that amounts to. Or it's just like a free damage and instant cooldown so you can chuck Iron Wing at them again. You got for me? See, here's one of the staves I was talking about. Tax mark enemies. Targets take AoE damage when hit by Phoenix Roar or skill damage. Look at this. Okay. I think we're ready to move on here. I think the next scene is a boss, right? Yep. Ooh, okay, we're gonna fight. Fight the Griffin. Yeah. An unconditional dash cooldown. Yeah, we'll get that too. Extra damage resistance. Don't know how much good that'll do, but I'll be glad to have it, I think. Wait, where's that coming from? Oh, it's coming from up there! That's definitely not a bird or a plane. I guess if it were friendlier, you could use it as, like, aerial transportation, but alas. Oh, that didn't take long. I mean, I know I'm playing on one of the easier difficulty levels, but still. Also, my favorite hobby, trying to position myself so I get the stream of currency just like coming right at me. They don't just like scatter everywhere. You were expecting a tougher fight? I kinda was too, to be honest. Let's go with that one. After using primary skill. Since I'm launching it so much, that means I'll get pretty good uptime on the buffs, right? Okay, so if we get this... Yeah, that means it auto-upgrades. I like how it's automatic, too. So you don't have to, like, go in there and do it yourself. Ooh, should I do this one? Just do some extra skill damage. Yeah, maybe I will pick that up. Actually, now I think about it. Oh, okay. I was hoping there would be more slots for me to just, like, put stuff in there, but... alas. Put that in there, and where? There we go. Meteors. There's enough of those like secondary skill drops that I don't think I have to worry about running out. And if I do, no big deal. Everything's dying really freaking fast anyway. Yeah, get that. That. Oh, yeah. Definitely get that one. Every missing shot causes 1 damage. This effect will not knock it down. Eh. I think I'll skip that one, actually. So that scroll selection thing actually worked differently in Season 4. Also, it was automatic, but... in Season 4, they wouldn't just, like, give you the scrolls straight up. You had to defeat enemies on the field, and they would have a chance of dropping the scrolls. I assume they did that because you could use scrolls as fodder during that season to kind of automatically progress your links, so... they figured, alright, you could have a bit of strategy that way. It's like, sure, maybe you won't pick this necessarily for the buff, but because you can just use it to feed into your links to make that stronger, so... it could work. Yeah, I guess for the remaining ones, I could get this one, Steady Profit. Purchase 2 enhanced occult scrolls per peddler. So I need to keep an eye out, a special eye out for those now. We're off to the harbor. We're off to the docks. Like kappas and catfish and lanterns and octopi. Did I mention catfish? Oh, we'll probably see like crabs and lobsters later as well. It's a very nautical themed zone. Okay, there's a peddler up there. Catch some shrimps and prawns while I'm there? Yeah. Now we're talking. Dang. You like shrimp? I'm a fan of shrimp. I enjoy them multiple ways, right? I like just having the shrimp, right? Just having them as they are. I also like a good fried shrimp. I also like having shrimp in various dishes as well. Shrimp are especially nice if you get like that cocktail sauce to go with it. But barring that, my parents would actually make like they had a homemade sauce that they would have with the shrimp, where they would mix like ketchup, mayo, and mustard together. Would have it like that. So it's a lot better than it might sound at first glance. I think like all the flavors of the sauces just come together in a way that complements shrimp pretty well, I think. Scampi with some shrimps, with some chips and garden peas, yeah. Oh yeah, get this one. Make the missiles hit harder since we're doing like a missile-centric build anyway. Marie Rose? Wait, is that like a brand of cocktail sauce? Or are you talking about like the Dead or Alive character, or... The sauce. Oh, okay. Now I don't think I use Marie Rose cocktail sauce. I'll keep an eye out though. If it's good sauce, I wouldn't mind trying it. I was trying to remember if, like, Dead or Alive Marie Rose had a thing about shrimp, but couldn't quite remember. Easy enough to make myself? Alright. I'll look up a recipe then. I'm open to trying new things. Like, it's nice to have old reliables of food, but sometimes you want to try something new, right? New food is a pretty easy way to do that. You know, just make a new dish, or go out to a new restaurant, or visit a new store. Ketchup and mayo mixed, and that's it. Oh wait, is that what they call that? Huh. I didn't realize there was actually a name for it. Ketchup and mayo. Yeah, I've done ketchup and mayo mixes, yeah. Alright. Still not rolling with this. And the funny thing is about the ketchup mayo sauce is that I see a lot of people do that for French fries, right? Especially during like high school, during lunch, you'll see people just like mix mayo and ketchup together and dip that in the fries. And companies kind of caught on to that people like combining those two together, because you see in stores too where they'll just have bottles of just like pre-mixed ketchup and mayo that you can just buy and you can use for your fries, or you know, whatever else you want, right? Doesn't necessarily have to be fry sauce. You could use it for your shrimp or your chicken. It's called Marie Rose sauce, huh? Alright. Today I learned. So what would you call, like, ketchup, mayo, mustard? Is there a name for that? Also, has anyone done, like, ketchup, mayo, barbecue sauce? I did that once, and I thought it was alright. It's, like, really, really tangy, but certainly didn't regret it. From what you've seen, ketchup, mayo, and mustard is burger sauce. I guess that makes sense. Fast food restaurants love putting all of that on a burger. Well, most of the ones I've seen are like ketchup and mustard, but I know some people who swear by putting mayo on a burger, so probably isn't too much of a stretch to believe that people would love doing all three of those. I got a do this one. 50% skill damage, why not? We're going in that direction anyway. It's like one of the other fun things about Gunfire Reborn. Depending on the kind of build you're going, sometimes weapons can just be redundant. Or they can be superfluous. Might not have to worry about that as much if you can power up your other skills to a point where you don't need it anymore. We need Big Mac sauce to be a thing we can buy. I agree with that. Although I've seen in stores people kind of putting out like a pseudo Big Mac sauce, right? They're not directly calling it like Big Mac sauce, but they're calling it something like zesty burger sauce or something, right? Something to let you know, yeah, if you want like a homemade Big Mac, whatever, that's what you want to look for. Oh, we've upgraded to a gold talisman. Oh, just automatically upgrades, cool. The fact that it passively gives me increased skill capacity is like pretty sweet. That and Subway's Southwest sauce. You just need like all the restaurants to just give us retail versions of their special sauce. Although from what I've read, was it McDonald's Big Mac sauce is like at least based on Thousand Island dressing, so I guess you could start with that and kind of work your way from there. You know, even if you don't get like the exact recipe, it should be close enough, right? I don't know. At least I'm fine with that, right? I just need like a one-to-one with the store item. As long as it's like enough of a reminder, it should be fine. You know, it has mayo, vinegar, and mustard in it. Let's see. See, that guy did the thing I like, right? You saw the sword beams come out. Although I crossed sword beams are cool, but I kind of prefer more of like the singular blade beam. I don't know. Something about someone just like wielding just like one weapon kind of gives you an air like, oh yeah, no, they got like full control of their weapon. They know exactly what to do. Right? They're less about style and more about technique, right? They're not there to look real cool, they're there to do what they need to do. Let's get that one. I got some move speed on me. Should boost my damage resistance a little bit as long as I stay mobile. Functionality over substance. Yeah. They value practicality. Oh, we'll get that. And that. And I just need like a good electricity weapon. Oh wait. I forgot. I believe I can refresh the that peddler's. squares at least once. Ah, jeez. I got hooked! Giant shark enemy was just like, get over here! And then they socked me in the side of the face. The bane of any ranged character, just like an ability that fucks with your positioning. Either they just like come straight to you, or they force you over to them. Suddenly you're just like in for a world of hurt. Go. You know what, let's do this. We'll improve the cooldown so we can just have Iron Wing get the drop on everyone even more often. Yeah, nothing here about secondary skills, so move on. Also, let's go back to the other peddlers so I can refresh them and see if I can pick something up. Boop. Dang it. Nothing good. Got like demon umbrellas shooting bubbles. This. Oh. I think this is one of the new ones. So you will just get faster and faster as you cover ground. And once you kind of reach a certain point, they're like, alright, now you get the maximum bonus. Must be some other buff I picked up that just lets me shoot lightning at random enemies whenever I activate my primary skill as well. So, that's pretty rad. The fact that they take even more skill damage if I tag them with my weapon first. It's pretty wild, man. It's pretty wild. Let's see, consume 2 copper and... I mentioned it already, but I'm not the biggest fan of trade-offs. Especially if it's something that I use a lot, right? Like money. Okay, maybe not that since I already have a lot of money I'm sitting on, but usually the trade-off is like something that most of the time, I'm fine with a trade-off. It's like something I don't use all that much to begin with, or it's something I can get back, or or if I have a way to get rid of it later if I need to switch things up, right? In that case, it's not so bad. Where's another one of you? Phantom Peddler, what you got? Oh yeah, got that. And unlimited enchantment, sure. Okay, I'm fine with switching from a lightning knife to a fire knife. Since I have that other scroll that boosts my fire damage anyway, I probably should have done that earlier. Just to get our 147 points for that. Oh yeah. Who would win? A giant army of fish monsters or a red panda that just chucks knives like a machine gun? Right, just think of like that, the item crash from Castlevania. That's what I'm imagining this looking like right now. Just a storm of knives. Yeah, that's another ability that I think is kind of cool looking, right? Just someone who just rapid fires a bunch of knives at someone else. You'll see like a zillion knives coming at him. It can be a little intimidating too, right? Depending on if you're on the receiving end of that kind of skill or not. Alright, we're facing off against the serpents. Okay, first things first, we'll etch a new description. Ah! I wonder if the other Geminis are good, but I usually go for like the shared elemental ones because the combo elemental effects are just wild and very effective. Look at them, they just like enjoyed that boat for a snack and they're like, ooh! Another morsel for the feeding. The Abyssal Serpent. From what I've read, they also revised this boss battle for this season. I should be shooting them. It's too awe-inspired, ow, by their attacks. Oh, they have an invincibility phase, okay. Damage stops! One way to make sure that the bosses don't go down, like, too quickly, right? Just, like, stop it at certain points and let them do their cool thing. Iron deals oodles of damage to them. Gotta pay attention to that. Oh. Okay. So some things don't change. They will launch their bombs, they will charge at you. Got him. Okay. Well, at least this one didn't fold as quickly, right? I wonder if they'll do reworks to the other bosses as well. They just might. Alright, make Iron Wing even better. What is this one? Extra lucky shot chance, but total won't exceed 150%. I wish there were like some way to like just see weapon stats at a glance, or like character stats, right? Just some some place where they just list every single one of your boosts, right? Like, okay, you have lucky shot chance at 120 and crit hit boost at like 50%, right? So you can sort of make a more informed decision as to, okay, should I get this or not? Because if I'm close to 150%, you can imagine that's not going to be as useful, right? I'll keep the enhanced weapon. Yeah, we're close to the end. Get it anyway. Let's grab this. What should I get? Get another loot talisman, why not? Oh! Extra secondary skill damage. I should probably pick that up. I think they might need to do a pass on the description text. I think they mean to say restore, but they all say resume. It's fine, I understand what they mean. Okay, let's go in here real quick. We can swap that out for Spirit Surge. Yeah, like that. Alright, final area. We're off to the mountains. Get that. Extra damage when the HP is full. The enemy gets the same effect. Sure, why not? Just turn this into a padded sumo match. Get that. And, sure, grab that as well. Yeah. Alright. Since being outside of the season just grants you the scrolls up front, I think they need to change the description of that, interdependent dream, because it still says, you will no longer immediately get the scrolls up front. Or if the case really is, they want the scrolls to just like have a chance of dropping from enemies from here on out, regardless of whether you're into Season 4 mechanics or not. They should probably change that functionality out in the field. Not that I am complaining. If it stays like this, I'm cool with that. There we go. That's what I was looking for. A random weapon. Why not? Roll the dice. Alright, well, I can at least get a partial refund on that. Oh, did everything else die? Checking out this vault here. What could be inside this snowy tomb, I wonder? of tools in the arsenal. Sometimes you forget, right? Sometimes you're just so busy chucking knives that you forget that your robot can explode. That's probably not a sentence you hear every day, is it? Not a fan of that one. Relies on your armor shield being at 0, but I'd much prefer it to not be there. Yeah. Just me, though. Damn. I cleared that mountain pass out quickly. Yeah, just in case the animals weren't enough, they also just have UFOs, right? Just UFOs. Why? Who knows? But you gotta manage it anyway, right? Elite enemy. They will get their butt kicked just like everyone else. At this point, the skill may as well be a delete button for what it does. Yeah, since this is technically a post-final stage, you don't get 3 choices of ascensions like you do in the earlier ones. I guess it's they're trying to not like have the power just spiral out of control, but can kind of feel weird sometimes, right? Oh, wow, this knife is like a zillion times better. Grab that. No real reason, really. Just picking that stuff up for the sake of picking stuff up. We'll probably complete some season tasks that way. Oh, right. Keep on forgetting that you guys exist. You know, those UFOs are like either the easiest thing in the world to take out, or they're just like extremely tanky, and you just gotta focus them down like super hard in order to take them out. Alright. Another moment's reprieve in the eye of the storm. Why not spend it going into this vault here? Oh yeah, those ice thrower guys are also very, very deadly. I mean, just like the flamethrower guys and the electric guys in the desert. I guess it's not too out of place. God. It's absolute pandemonium. Yeah, you can see how trying to take this on without an extra ally to just help, like, draw at least some of the fire away might get a little harrowing. The higher difficulty levels, it just becomes a case of, well, you better have some way to hit a lot of enemies with a lot of damage at once. Geo recovery will not be stopped, but minus 50% recovery speed. I think I could take the trade-off for that one. So is it just Spirit? Did that UFO also shoot out, like, toxic fumes from around itself? Oh, you're a peddler. Sorry. It's a good thing you can't kill NPCs in this game. Just the enemies. Everyone else just calmly waiting around. It's like, yeah, don't worry about me. I'm just, you know, take care of all the baddies in the area. Come see me when you're ready. I'll still be here. Alright. I'll take that. I don't have much of a choice. Not beneficial, but at least it's not harmful. I already got that, right? I'll get another one. Because, why not? Heck, fuck it. Let's just buy all of them. I forget there's a task related to having a lot of gems in your inventory or picking up a lot of them during a run, but can at least shore things up even now, right? Sure, get my money. More money, why not? Actually, I'm gonna keep my cursed scrolls because I have a thing that takes advantage of that. You know, there's a scroll in the game. It's called, I think, like the curse. The curse destroying scroll or something like that. That negates the effect of curse scrolls. So it just like makes them all positive, or at the very least not harmful. I think it used to be a common scroll. It used to be something that showed up fairly often, but I think they patched it at some point, so that's a legendary scroll, which feels more appropriate, to be honest. That one I'm not going to complain about, right? I'm going to lament that I'm not seeing it as often, but I understand why they made that change. It was kind of... It kind of made one of the mechanics of the game, like, non-existent, right? I get why they would change that. Oh, wow. Finally! I get myself another lightning knife right before the final boss. But I'm not going to switch it now. Not going to do that. That's especially harmful with knives. Alright, let's do it. Let's face off against Gluttony. Right, the alternate final boss. Normally you face off against another boss called the Pole Monarch. I think, I forget what the conditions are, but eventually you'll be able to have this randomly, right? So the Pole Monarch, you'll face off against Gluttony. Too deadly. I think there are two ways you can approach that attack, right? You can do what I did and just like try to focus it down, empty out the bar before it reaches full. Or you go hide behind a rock. Right? Hide behind a rock, avoid the brunt of the attack, and then fight him normally. Alright. This peddler, I assume, is here because you can activate an endless modifier and keep going even after you defeat the final boss, but here at the end of the run, maybe not quite as needed. Okay. Man, can't make another legendary talisman from what I got. That's okay. get a loop. Why not? And buy everything. And let's end this run. I want to say season experience is really just the amount of time you spent in a run, right? Not really anything special, it's just how long you've been in a run. Oh, 2 to 9, okay. So we got some stuff. Because we completed 7 tasks. And nothing too much there, but yeah, it's another feature they added, right? I think they added it starting season 3, but now you have like extra season talents that unlock as you increase your season level, where they'll either just like give you extra functionality or just unlock new features over time. So in this case, they'll unlock like spiritual blessings related to the season, or more talismans types, or more or power gem types, or just like give you, or make the special season shop stock more items, or give you more opportunities to refresh the season shops. And nice thing about this is that if you go to previous seasons, they'll just have like all the talents activated automatically, right? So it's not like you're getting like a special enhanced version of a season or anything like that. You'll always be able to experience it. So that's pretty cool, right? Okay. Well, oh, yeah. Let's go in here and claim our items. This used to be different, right? It didn't take up the entire screen. It used to be that the whole season interface would be like in a window on the side, and then all the relevant stuff like the item models and what have you would be over here, but I guess they changed that. Anyways, let's claim the level 5 reward. Low emote, right? Like Card Owl's just going, huh? Yeah, you can see here. 50 levels, but the one run we had jumped us to level 9. And, you know, with the way experience is going, you'll gain a good number of levels, even if you don't focus on completing tasks. But if you do, well, you're gonna hit 50 pretty quickly, right? And after that, you just get currency. It's at this point for me, it's not really important, but imagine anyone who just starts, that might be cool. Especially if you want to buy stuff from the season store and you need to unlock your talents on the talent tree. Okay, we do one more run here. We'll see how far we can get. Right, Nona is pretty much my best character, but I've been trying to branch out, especially with the new DLC. Do one robot, since I'm controlling the ice leopard. Let's bring up Firefox. Oh, lone wolf available in single player only. Yeah, that makes sense. Bring that out, and can I take a different talisman? Or do they just stick me with the basic one? It's like, yeah, you can preset your initial talisman, but you'll probably get better ones during a run, right? There. Go with that. And let's go. Once more into the breach. I haven't played Lynn that much, so I don't know what the ideal picks are for her, but we'll just have some fun, right? That's what this is all about. This run won't necessarily be one to win, it'll just be one to see how far we can get. Part of me wonders if they added the ability to just like have bots during single player because Nona was just absurdly good as she was, so they were like, you know what, instead of trying to like nerf Nona or something like that, why don't we just like put in a Nona-like ability that everyone can have access to? And thus spiritual puppets were born. I'll switch over to rapid fire talisman for now. So shoot X times when firing weapon, chance to deal 1 extra hit. Okay, so maybe this isn't the best for Lyn because she's she's more focused on her skills, right? What the hey. Stick with this for now, just to vary things up, because I do have a rapid fire weapon on me. Frost Burial, I believe that's my primary skill, right? Just go ahead and power that up. Just turn it into like the biggest nuke. I can check it here. Is there any way to increase the AoE of Frost Burial? There's a way to increase AoE damage, but... okay. Increasing the area in itself might be a bit too busted, considering how strong the ability is to begin with. I know the Season 5 patch also added in another difficulty level above. So originally the difficulty level would go up to like Reincarnation 9. Currently playing on 1. They added like Reincarnation 10, which buffs the enemies even more. And I think they also do other changes, right? It isn't just like a pure statistical thing. They've added other wrinkles to try to mix things up, right? I can always appreciate that when a game tries to make difficulty levels like less just of a case of, okay, enemies have more health and deal more damage, but they also do other things, right? Something that doesn't just make things like a stat check or something like that, you know? I think Killing Floor 2 was actually pretty good about that, right? At least for their difficulty levels. It was straight up like the only stat boost that happens is from like the easiest difficulty to the second easiest difficulty. From there on out, it's just like harder difficulties either change, you know, the amount of enemies that come after you, or they'll give them new attacks, or like, you know, modify a run in other ways to make things harder. But it isn't just a case of you have to shoot them more times in order for them to actually die, which I can appreciate. Man, that thing really doesn't have that much area. It's like a single target ability, essentially. 50%. Okay, this wording is like really confusing. 50% chance to get 1 extra recovery time when the secondary skill use is less than 50%, plus 60% secondary skill damage when secondary skill use is greater than or equal to 50%. So, is that supposed to mean that if I have like fewer than 50% of my secondary skill uses, I have a chance to just make it free, but it becomes more powerful if I have more than 50%? Is that what that's supposed to mean? They're trying. Oh, I'll give them that. They're trying, but I can't quite make heads or tails of like what that's exactly supposed to do. I've also said this before on previous Gunfire Reborn streams, but I think it'll be pretty wild if they added another damage type, right? Because they got the 3. They have fire, they have lightning, they have corrosive. And the thing about that is that they also do like combo effects. So like each of the elements can do inflict enemies with a status effect, and if you get 2 different status effects on them, you get like a combo status effect that is usually much more substantial. So they have like 3 for now, right? For 1 for each of the combinations of 2. But you imagine if they add like a 4th element in there, that means they're gonna have to put in like 3 combo status effects. And for the way things are, it looks like they'll want to make them unique too. You can imagine there's only so many ways you can do that without making it feel like broken, I suppose. That's the other thing. You want to make sure it's all balanced, right? You don't want to just make ice like the premier element to pick up. Do this here without Iron Wing, just defeat 3 enemies within 5 seconds? Or should we just go with all reliable? Yeah, let's do that. Sometimes you gotta know when to fold them. Actually, I probably should have taken the other one. It's an enemy waves room. I probably could have worked that out. That one. Say hindsight is 20/20. Lightning knife. I was about to pick that up, and I'm like, oh right, I'm not Nona anymore. Ascension that would turn my grenades into black hole grenades. Yeah, that's another weapon type that I'm like, that I can enjoy, right? A black hole type of weapon. I mean, it works in 2 ways, right? It's like a good crowd control thing, and the idea of just like making a localized miniaturized black hole is just pretty cool, at least to me. An extended battle. Alright, we'll get that, because I am using weapons with a magazine size of greater than 1 now. And I'll just recycle you. starts recharging when I kill a guy. Yeah. Excuse me. I don't know why, but I've just been burping so much. Just have like a whole lot of air inside me. Kind of weird. Do I have cooldown reduction? Oh, I'll get it. That. I'll swap out my meteor for that. So I like frost burial. Go in here. That has to be some sort of counter thing, like every 3 uses of Frost Burial, something becomes an extra powerful AoE attack. Got him where we wanted him, I think. That was quite the finisher. Like a first episode ending. Lyn uses her super ultimate attack to defeat the monster of the week. This has turned into a magical girl show. Or a shonen show. Guess all the more fitting we got like a fire-ice duo going here. We got a lightning guy, right? I think we also have like a poison character, so we got something for everyone, you know? Oh, you know, that was actually useful. Thanks, Puppet. Searched for, let's see. Shield armor, no, not a fan of that. Extra weapon damage if ammo in magazine is less than 50%. Yeah, we'll get that. Yoink. Okay, next scene. Oh. Normally the image doesn't change, or what prompted that. Okay, maybe not now. Maybe not now, Lee. Help me shoot these fellas here. Yeah, let's get the gift box. A little bit of money I get. That. So that one's interesting. So it doesn't have any effect at the moment, but when you discard it, then it'll have its sting. So you could use it as fodder, or you could use it for its effects later. Right, your choice. this gun has like a secondary fire that just puts out a orb with that makes the bullets that pass through it more powerful. So that also makes you a sitting duck, so you got other ranged enemies that can just like can come for you like that. And I'm so glad this weapon is one that got a skin. With how many weapons they have in this game, though, I guess that means that like not every weapon is necessarily gonna get a skin, and if they do, it'll probably be just that one. Can at least appreciate that they're offering up like more weapon skins in a season. Like they must know too. It's like, yeah, we got what, 60 weapons, and if we're only introducing like 2-3 skins per season, we're not gonna get to all of them, right, before we move on to other things. Assuming they do that. They could continue just like adding more stuff to Gunfire Reborn. That would be cool too. Didn't need to play hopscotch, just get in the middle and then move on from after that. Actually, I don't know why I'm using a fire weapon. I have a Firefox with me. I should be using lightning and poison or corrosive so I can get the cool combo effects. Get elemental cube. Okay. Yeah. There's only like one vault per area, so once you find it, you don't have to worry about missing out on any other secret areas. What should I get? I'll probably get Electro Dominance, and why not Total Eradication? Just like speed up their demise as they get weaker and weaker. Anything I want to strike? And not really. Do I want to give up? I kind of want to keep all of them. That's fine, right? Yeah, it's a translation thing, right? They mean well, it's just the way it comes out. It's like, Okay, let's skip this. We've seen it before. Oh, snap. Just goes over the entire golem. Oh, snap. Brought me to one. Holy jeez. Wait, freezes the enemy in place, I imagine. This makes Lyn very potent in co-op. Oh. This is why I got the puppet with me. It's like a, you know, a not Iron Wing. Ooh, yeah. It's the glass cannon scroll. Do I want to increase my damage but just reduce my HP even more? Yeah, let's do it. Down to 23. Hey, as long as shield is above 0, it should be fine, right? vases. There is one scroll that gives the jars and breakables a chance to drop like soul essence and coins, but other than that, unless you're like hurting for ammo or extra skill uses, you really don't need to rifle through the other stuff like that. Arc stack. What the heck is an arc stack? There's a good old spirit talisman. Meteor talisman. Dash capacity +1 after using dash. Power gem meteor releases 1 meteor up to 5 per power gem. Spiral arms. 2 counterclockwise rotating spiral arms around the player. Each spiral arm will deal a buttload of damage. Kind of want to get the meteor talisman because that's a lot of slots for me to put stuff in there. Let's get weapon enhance for kicks. So one of the missions I did complete was buy out the entire shop twice. So hooray for that. Okay. I guess this would be like one of the things about the extra season mechanics is that sometimes they'll have like this menu, right? That you come in here and you kind of fiddle with it a bit. It can break the pacing. Then again, you don't have to go in here, right? You can just like do a regular run without the season mechanics if that's what you so desire. But yeah, most of the seasons have like an extra sub menu that you have to go into, kind of fiddle with things to get the stuff you want. I'll go with hits because I'm using rapid fire weapons. And then yeah, the spirit surge. Cooldown. Actually, 100% of my mag ammo. Nah, I think I need a better talisman for that. I think I need like a legendary talisman. So if I can get like a mag size that's greater than hits, I could just have an endlessly firing weapon. That'd be pretty neat, right? Yeah, get that one. Elemental Nova activated. So the spiritual link season also kind of changed up the way the links popped up. They would show you like the progress and stuff, and now they just go back to the old way of just, hey, we got a prompt, you got a link done. Good job. Did I do this one? Nah, probably shouldn't. Let's get Skill Freak. A chance for a secondary skill to deal even more damage. Yes, please. And we're off. Damn, that was huge. I think at this point my weapon may just be a stat stick. I think my primary skill is cooling down fast enough that I can just launch that with impunity. Holy moly. Through here. In fact, I seem to be pretty consistently able to get the big AoE attack too is kind of wild. I see, I'm getting like reduced cooldown time depending on the amount of enemies I hit. Pretty wild when you think about it. Marked at the vault over here. I like how the little window's so short that they had to make the text scroll. It works. Made it work with what they had. Damn. You just don't like insta-die to my attack? Took like 2 of them. You're a formidable opponent, that's for sure. Alright. Yeah, let's get this one. There are other scrolls that like having high move speed, so just start building up from there. Hello, Bryn Holden. How are you? Why not? Boost the grenades even more. I am tossing them every now and then, so it's fine. Oh, thanks for pointing that out. If I like any of those options. It's like, sure, you get a weapon with an exclusive inscription, but maybe it's not a weapon you want. Maybe it's one that's just not useful. Really? I was aiming at like that sniper in the distance, but you're like, now let's force hold that bolt instead. Ah. It's fine. It's fine. Fine, fine. Fine, fine, everything's fine. Poison grenades deal 2 times the damage. Enemies gradually recover 25% damage during the slow effect. Wow. So if it doesn't kill them outright, then they'll slowly get that health back, but I don't know. 2 times damage seems like a pretty good thing. Let's see. Entered the vault. There's nothing else here. You can just move on. I just noticed that there are thumbs up that appear. But since you're playing with a computer-controlled opponent, or partner, defeat or assist 8 enemies, elites count as 3 without taking any damage for at least 3 seconds before completing 3 scenes. If we do that, we get increased movement speed. Yeah, let's do it. You just have to not take damage for 3 seconds, right? Easy. Come out wherever you are. Oh, I see you. There we go. I like that turret from Portal. I see you. Blam 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 blam. There's the vault. And there's a chest. Random legendary scroll. Yeah, let's do it. Hawkeye sight. Oh. Man. All I get is a cursed scroll. Exponentially decrease the chance of inflicting elemental effects by the weapon. Oh no. Guess I have to take that now, don't I? Admittedly, I'm like more skill focused now, right? Not necessarily as weapon focused, so maybe it won't be as much of a deal breaker. This is why you shouldn't talk and walk, or at the very least, don't be distracted, right? Because you never know when a boulder's gonna come out and try to roll into your face. Fuck it. Mutual respect. Extra weapon damage and damage resistance for every mutual respect me and nearby teammates own. We could get this. Generosity. Yeah, let's get that one. More healing for me, more healing for them. What's not to like about that? Worm yesterday. I wonder if I should change things up instead of just like making the conditional shoot a certain number of times. I should just go back to using primary skill because I am using the heck out of it. While we're in this in-between period, let me do that. That's it. Yeah. Swap. Oh my god. That ring, though. Alright. They're all dead. Actually, it's a good thing they pointed out the talisman peddler. I would have completely missed him. Do you have any more meteor talismans? No? Alright. It's fine. I probably should have refreshed before I just bought it. Do I even need this? I don't think I need that. I can swap it out for another meteor. No, more meteors, right? It logically follows when you get buried in an avalanche, meteors come down and just really rub it in that you're gonna have a bad time. Yeah, I know that's a craft, and I was like literally going to use them, Lee. It's okay. Yeah, still useful. I'm not gonna poo-poo them too much. Next area. Oh man. It's a madhouse. Yes, that is a Phantom Peddler Lee. Let's get that, and screw the rest. Sure, I'll get that. Ooh. Finally an improvement to my lightning machine gun. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll swap out the koi fire machine gun for that. Did we pass by a craftsman? Next one I see, I want to see if I can perhaps get the elemental fusion Gemini. And between Lee and me, we'll have all the elements covered. Thought I saw a vault. Must be my eyes playing tricks on me. Oh snap. Panic Frost Burial. Don't you hate it when you're just like walking down the street and then suddenly a giant two-bladed lizard just appears right in front of you and you just immediately bury them in snow? Yeah, I hate that too. Vault. We're going in. I believe this is the last room before the boss, right? Oh, okay. It's a defense mission. Suddenly, Crown Prince appears. It's just like, the seal's loose, be careful. Thanks, Crown Prince. Just imagine him going, my job here is done, but you didn't do anything. I told you what you needed to do, didn't I? It's a defensive mission, right? Defensive bonus area. Usually not too hard. I don't know. This reminds me of, there was a firefight mode in like one of the Halo games that had you defending like a central structure as well. Might have been a cool idea, but the only thing was like, because it's Halo, a lot of enemies have guns, and they ended up just like, you know, shooting the structure you were supposed to defend, so turns out defending it is like a lot harder than you might have thought. Right, in a game like this, where a good number of the enemies are melee only, it's not that bad, but I mean, that mode probably would have worked if they just had like a lot of elites with energy swords, right? Or that, or like brutes with hammers. Okay. What should I get? An enhanced monster inflicts manipulation effects. Now let's get this one. In the off chance I do kill someone in front of me, I'll get more money. And who can say no to that? Alright. I think I see a craft spella in here, which is unfortunate. There should be one in the next area, though. Just me, or is her cast speed also faster? It's like it used to be you had to kind of hold that pose for about a second, but now it's like maybe half a second or a tenth of a second or however long that is. Okay. Yeah, let's get this one. Shatter weak spots as well. Yes, please. Ah, we're gonna fight against the sandworm this time. Alright. This one's not that much use to me because I only have 23 HP. Eh. I tried. I was hoping for some scrolls, but alas. Yeah. Oh, should I get this one? 10 stacks every second while firing, 5 stacks on hitting enemies. Every stack lasts for 10 seconds. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a goddamn second. Because if they share their magazine capacity, means if I switch to that, right? God, 99 bullets. Oh, wait, I need to make sure to maybe get what the thing that restores my mag as well. That's no, that's reserve. I need mag restoration. There we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Never stop firing. In any case, we tremors now. We gotta go defeat this sandworm. So in addition to having just like an utterly busted skill, I also have just a weapon that I don't ever have to let go of the fire button. Yeah, cooldown's fast enough that by the time it's ready again, it's just ready. Okay, that's pretty wild. Right. In case I need to try upgrade the dash talisman drain. I have to wonder if, like, the spiritual puppets have health and armor values. I don't think I've seen these health or shield decrease at all, granted. Yeah, this is a lower difficulty, so be a case of they tuned the values to be so high that it just looks like they're not getting hurt. $99 out of 666. The number of the beast, and the other upside down number of the order that was used to kill all the Jedi. Why not? Make that frost burial even burial-ier. Oh. Does my model do that? Where is it? Let's do it. A rare meteor talisman. And oh, skill boost, absolutely. And refresh. Ooh, cooldown reduction. All right, gotta equip that one now, and keep that. Let's see, skill boost. Dirt surge. Reduction. Where is it? Restore mag. The key component of this whole thing. Alright. Giant Slayer. Sure, why not? Convergence. Revive time. Oh, excuse me. Does anyone else have that? You never sneeze once. It's like if you sneeze once, you know there's another sneeze coming. Ooh, just like that. Either you like just sneeze consecutively, or it's like, you know, it's gonna be like a few seconds later and you start sneezing again. Oh. Final damage dealt directly by Talisman and Power Gem, plus 100%. Defeating or assisting a Talisman gains plus 2 stacks. Each stack increases final damage. Oh. No, I got the Meteor Sting, so... These others are... too useful, I think. That cooldown really there to just like balance out the super rapid fire weapons, I imagine. Why not? More swift as the wind. Let's make her even faster. Yeah, I know there's a craftsman there. is a vault. Alright, that was fun, but I'm proccing this with my primary skill way more often, so I think I'll do that instead. You know, there was a star link in the previous season that was pretty much just like you drop meteors onto enemies at every few seconds, right? And it had 3 levels and just got better and better with each subsequent level. And if you max it out, you're practically just like raining meteors on the enemy. To the point where you didn't really have to fire your weapon, you just had to walk around for a little bit and then everything would eventually die. Was pretty fun. It's like one of the things people say about this game is that the power creep is pretty wild, especially with the DLC characters. Like the one I'm playing as right now is from like the latest DLC, and you can kind of see how absurd she is. Nona was also a character from a DLC pack, and you saw how absurd she was as well, right? Even if I am on a difficulty that's kind of on the lower end of things, it's just wild, just like how much you're able to get through, right, just by using the skills. Like, I remember playing this game earlier on, and I was having the hardest time completing a run, even on like normal or something. But the first time I got the DLC pack that had Nona in it, just changed things, you know. It was just like, oh man, I'm like not here fighting for my life. Right, Iron Wing is just taking all the hits for me, and I can just throw out a little bit of extra damage here and there. Oh. After throwing frozen grenades, rifle bullets auto target weak spots. Why did I not get that? Oh, here we go. Destroy a scroll. Yeah, definitely gonna blow that one up. That one especially debilitating if you like elemental effects. Alright. I entered the vault, right? Did I even find it? Did I even check out the spirit peddler? The phantom peddler? No, I didn't. Does my exchange with the Phantom Peddler spiritual puppet. By the way, did you see that there's a Phantom Peddler here? I feel like I missed it. I must have missed the vault. I don't recall entering a vault. I also want to change the inscriptions, as fun as having to combine a mag. Just Let's do the element thing. Especially since the lightning corrosive element combo is my asthma. And that just does like a flat percentage reduction of health on enemies. So imagine if you combine... Oh, you know what? I did. Right, it was over there. It's a good thing I backtracked anyway, because I changed the Gemini inscriptions. In we go. I want to say the cannon fire on this stage was also not always there. Something they added later. I guess it gives these big open areas more reason to be big and open. Because now there's like stuff that you'll have to dodge, so you'll probably need a lot of room to kind of maneuver around it. Going. Ow. Is it fine if I switch to the other gun? Since we got the element fusion now. Just have the one that has a higher mag size and higher fire rate, right? Should be fine. What's this? Extra skill damage. Don't mind if I do. Oh my god. Talisman. Oh, that's the spiral arms, the galaxy one. I think Lee was trying to point some things out, but I was busy killing things. Oh, continues to be marked on the map for a bit, quite a while actually. Handy. I can either get a curse scroll, or I could just give a spirit essence. This will be handy if I had something that could benefit from that, but... Oh, okay, I can choose to enhance a scroll. Alright. Oh, this changes things entirely. Minus 2 HP per second when your HP is greater than 25%. Oh! So it essentially just, like, removes the maximum reduction. I would have gone for a lesser reduction, but... Probably synergize pretty well with other things that require you to be at a certain percentage of HP. Maybe I should get this one instead. Just make my skill even more busted. On top of the 120%, you get an extra 3% for every scroll I own, which means, since I have 25, it's an extra 75%, but... we can... see some other stuff here. Oh. This one just removes the downside. Could be handy. Yeah, let's just get this one. since Frost Burial is, oh, Talisman Pelter. Actually, thanks for pointing that out. Not all bad, right? Absolutely vaporized. Yes. I already have a skill boost gem, right? Yeah. Actually, I could get Power Strike. I just consecutively launch Frost Burials and not shoot my gun. Oh, it will not be stacked. Ah, so if it doesn't say that, then it will be stacked. Yeah, let's refresh anyway, see what else we get. Alright. I like that. I like that. Let's get in this chest here. Yes, that is a golden goblet puppet. Thanks for letting me know. Next area. I really don't need to use my weapon anymore. I could just prosper everything. Get over here. I have enemies I need to vaporize. Oh, discover the vault. Thanks for letting me know. I like how I exploded everything and then Lee just walks out. It's like, oh yeah, I was getting him from behind, right? Just imagine we were doing a pincer strike or something. Okay, that Frost Barrel was reaching absurd levels there. It's like immediately closing her fist and even just double tapping. In some cases, just to make sure. Holy moly. Anything causes me to lose ammo is like, eh. Even if I don't use it. It's nice to have in reserve, right? The fact that abilities is now near instantaneous is just bonkers. Jaws of ice just closing in on him. Don't stand a goddamn chance. Sure, why not? I'm not using my secondary skill anymore, so... Oh, see, this is where having that enhanced scroll would come in handy. If just for the boosted damage resistance. Oh, meteor talisman, alright. So if I get one more meteor talisman, I'll be able to get a legendary meteor talisman. And then you're gonna see some serious stuff happen. Yes, yes, that is a craftsman. Thanks, Lee. Yes, that is a golden goblet. Thanks, Lee. Alright, boss time! Oh, we're facing off against a ship. Alright. It's only the first boss we faced off against the golem twice. Alright, I can work with that. Why not just chucking grenades? Phase 2. Also, I apologize for skipping that, guys. Maybe I shouldn't have done that since we encountered this boss the first time. We're done. Just like that. I don't like that one. Makes melee enemies way, way more potent. See. You have just a meteor talisman. Boom! Legendary meteor talisman get. Aw, yeah. Gotta move everything. Oh, no, we don't gotta move everything over there, but we have another slot to throw in another gem. Should I just throw in another meteor thing? Why not? Just all the meteors, right? In fact, do I even need cooldown reduction? Yeah, it comes in handy. 25% is nothing to sneeze at still. Alright, one more round of scrolls. We'll pass on that one. recover max shield armor when I use dash, and... What about any of these? Oh. I like this one. I have 2 scrolls, so that's a bit of a damage boost. Don't like that one. That one. Yeah, let's get that one. Right, let's start the final zone. And not like final zone from Sonic. This is just the final zone, generic term. Oh my god. So many freaking meteors. Holy moly. With the absurd cooldown rate of the thing too. I wonder if I should just replace all of the gems with just meteors. Maybe have one cooldown reduction booster on there. Maybe you could throw 2 of them. I don't think I need anything else anymore. What do we have? What is it? Yeah, it's literally cooldown reduction. Okay. Actually, I should just keep skill boost. But... Meteors! Oh, okay, I see. There. Only have 1 legendary meteor gem, but I got 5 rare meteor gems. For some reason, that one line from Mass Effect comes to mind. The one where it was the one guy says, "I am a biotic god." Granted, the thing Lee's using is not like biotics, but it's kind of along that line, right? It's like, oh yeah, it's like a walking magical nuke right now. I saw a UFO. I think it was a UFO. There you are. Get away from me that easily. Alright, now you need to go back and pick up everything I missed. Why not? Oh sure, make the breakables have a chance of getting stuff now. Why not? So I'm pretty sure I passed by a vault, right? Yeah, there we go. And the peddler. Oh, yeah, why not? Make the skill even hit harder. Let's increase that threshold. I'm just waving my crosshair around, seeing who I can press F on. Press F to make everything freaking die. Respect? Ha! These guys aren't getting any. I was bound to get the right one eventually. Sure, get that one. Increase my health. For little good it'll do. I got at this point. It's not a negative, at least. Okay, we're already up here. Let's go back to the chest and hit area 2 and completely own everything there. moving on. Who's next? I should say, what's next? All these meteors come down. It's like, stop, stop, they're already dead. Even those dual gimmick enemies are no match. Even the UFO doesn't stand a chance. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna be helpful now. Oh no, you will never be helpful. Craftsman, care. Does this damage even bypass, like, the enemy will stay alive for a certain amount of time and then die? I always hated that modifier. It's like, yeah, they're dead, but they're not quite dead yet. You have to wait a bit until they actually die. Or is it that one enemy from Bolt Gun, where it's like, if you didn't defeat them fast enough, they become this, like, seriously buffed version and start wrecking your shop? Barely spent any time in this area. Is there a vault? Did I pass by the vault? I must have. Sure, it can't have been this far back. Maybe it was. Don't need a meteor talisman. Oh, could use a legendary meteor talisman or gem though. Yeah, that's all I need. Oh, there we are. Oh, you know what? Let's swap out the purple meteor for an orange meteor. Or oh, did they do that automatically? How nice of them. Thanks for popping that vault. Lee. Can't wait to see what fighting the final boss is going to be like. I really hope we can at least face off against the Pole Monarch so I can just see how badly this guy gets rocked by this whole thing. Alright. Now we can move on. Sure, we'll get that. We have to. Now, oh, it's gluttony. It's fine. I've seen Pole Monarch a zillion times already, if not here at other streams. Yeah, let's get that. And swap out weapons. I'm just gonna get in here and finish this. You're some kind of enemy, the one that just has a fist come out of their stomach. Okay, are we there yet? I think we're about to be. seriously don't need to hide anymore. We can just achieve the alternate win condition. Paul Monarch has something similar where if his HP reaches low enough, it'll go to the center of the stage and start charging a thing up. You have 10 seconds to like deplete his entire shield and his remaining health. If you don't, he enters like an ultra powered up state, and then you gotta defeat him from there. Interesting trade-off. Why not? Since we're done, we'll just buy everything and end the run. On a successful note, even. Look at that. Me with 200 million damage and my ally with 6 million. But hey, they got me up twice, so that run would have ended much earlier if I was going solo. For sure. Nine to 16. Oh my god. What tasks did I complete? Now, there we go. Trigger 10 traps. 1,000 power gem activations. Alright. Mystery chest option 10 times. Oh, use dash. Okay. Weapons. Gemini inscriptions. A single game have at least 4 legendary power gems. The way these are too, right? The camel cased and put together like that reminds me a lot of like programming functions, which is why again, this season just has like a whole programmer vibe to it, right? Ultimately, it all boils down to, you know, to do the thing that lets you do things and kill enemies the fastest. But hey, they're mixing it up, right? They're at least mixing it up. Also, you don't really care about soul essences anymore, right? I've maxed out all my talents. I got almost everything else, and most of the runs I go on, I usually end up going back up to the maximum anyway, even if I spend during the run. So it's like, yeah, just claim it. Get the white shark avatar and the 500 essences. Now this season's got 2 more skins to pick up, handful of emotes and idle animations and icons and 1 avatar frame. A whole store here. If you want to pick something up from the past, you think it's cool, you can do that. So that's pretty neat as well. Yeah, I think that has been a good look at Gunfire Reborn. Sorry I couldn't play Battlesuit Aces again. That's on me for not checking. I think I said it already, but from what I've read, it's like, yeah, this was... They took the demo offline a long time ago, and you know, if I bothered to check, I could've put something different in here for today, but hey, we had some fun, right? We got to revisit this game and see the new mechanics in action. This season will be going for a while, right? Like the other seasons usually go for 3 to 4 months. This past season I think was 4 months, so I imagine by the end of summer we'll probably see Season 6 rolling around. And should be a new DLC pack around that time too. I'm eager to see what new characters they add. How much more busted can they be, right? How much more busted can they be from the Ice Lady and the Inkling Squirrel, right? In any case, I'll go ahead and call things here. Yeah, thanks to everyone who came by and hung around and chatted, and even if you just lurked, I appreciate each and every one of you. This week will be a little different because I have things to do this weekend, so we'll only have 2 streams on the weekdays. It'll be Grid, it'll be the start of Sea of Stars, Throes of the Watchmaker, so I hope you look forward to that. But for now, let's look for someone to raid. Who is on at this time? I am hoping for some specific folks to be on, but if they're not, we can always go to someone else. That's how it be, right? I was hoping would be on isn't on, so just check our usual haunts and see who's on there. Now, before I do anything else, let me phrase. Just real quick, just in case. But we'll look around a bit and see who else is on. Saw movement in my corner, but turns out it was just the avatar frame in the other monitor. You can tell I can be a little skittish at times. About to raid someone, but I guess they ended stream. Dang, alright. Find someone else. gosh. I like the game they were playing too. Ah well. That's how it be. Anyone else playing Gunfire Reborn? Wait, there's people out there. Maybe I should raid someone playing Gunfire Reborn. Looking. I swear I'll find someone. No matter if, it's a matter of when. Okay. Make sure that's who I want to settle on. Yeah. Yes, I think I am cool with this. Let's see if they have raids on. I think you always want to make sure. Okay, they do. Raid message, Raid message is going to be Raid Reborn, and fellow we're raiding into this time is Rabbi Lunaris. They're playing Dark Souls Remastered. An oldie but a goodie. And it looks like this is their first time playing too, so probably need a lot of support. Let's go over there and give it to them, shall we? If you're joining on the raid, give them Raid Reborn. And if not, have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll see you on Wednesday for more Grid 2019. Take care. See, Battlesuit Aces. It's like really cool because the guys who did Battle Chef Brigade are making this one. It's got like a cool art style. It's like a sort of a 5-on-5 kind of game where you're making like a squad of 5 mechs and you're battling like 5 enemies, and it has like this aesthetic of like a, I don't know, like a 90s early 2000s era anime, right? Like think Gurren Lagann and you'll probably have an idea of it. And it's kind of cool seeing them branch out into doing like another style of game entirely. Speaking of Battle Chef Brigade, I want to play that game too eventually, at some point, right? After I debut, like many other games. Alright, see ya.